In other updates of the day, what's a big setback for former liquor baron and fugitive businessman Vijay Mallya. The UK court has rejected his petition against his extradition to India. Vijay Mallya had appealed against the UK Home Secretary's order clearing his extradition to India. It was cleared in February this year. While the court has rejected Mallya's written submission to the court, he will be given another hearing in which he will get half an hour to make verbal submissions. Mallya has another legal option to fight his extradition. He can appeal to the Supreme Court of UK, but that process will take another 6 weeks. On December 9, the Westminster Magistrates Court had ordered Mallya's extradition to stand trial on charges brought by the CBI and the Enforcement Directorate. Vijay Mallya, remember, is wanted in India for money laundering and fraud. He owes a consortium of Indian banks over 9,000 crore rupees. He faces charges of money laundering, fraud, violation of Foreign Exchange Management Act, just to name a few. The 62-year-old Indian businessman had last week offered to cut down his expenses. His lawyers had claimed that he was being supported by his partner and children. That comment had come as the State Bank of India, which was one of the lenders to Mallya, wanted to freeze his accounts in the UK to recover the debt. Now, WION has learned through its sources that the High Court in UK has denied permission to Vijay Mallya to appeal against his recent plea rejection. Mallya now has 5 working days to make a second application to the court to admit his appeal. And our London Bureau Chief Mandy Clark has been getting us the very latest. Mandy, you've been following the case very, very closely since the very beginning. Have you been able to speak with any members of his legal team? Are the options for Vijay Mallya narrowing down, given that now he has only 5 days to actually exercise his next step?
Yeah, it seems that his options are being limited. It sounds a bit confusing. So that his appeal has been rejected, but then he can still apply. What it essentially means is it's been rejected on paper, that the judge has looked at it, he can't see an effective argument, but then there is a right to have an oral hearing. Now, Vijay Mallya's lawyers are a very high-end boutique set of lawyers. In all likelihood, they will go down this route. Vijay Mallya has made it clear that he doesn't want to be extradited to India. He's trying to make some concessions along the way, as you said, offering to pay more. And even at the end of that trial, that lengthy extradition hearing, he repeatedly said that he was reaching out. So I think Vijay Mallya himself would like to see it settled. He doesn't want to be brought back, through an extradition process. However, what we do know is that he has these 5 days and they want an oral hearing. Now, it's likely that will happen, but it would require for more evidence that wasn't considered. So, but it's a normal step in this process. So it doesn't mean he'll be extradited right away. That if the judge grants it, then he will have another essentially much shorter hearing, arguing on that extradition process.
All right, we'll of course keep coming back to you, Mandy, as and when further updates trickle in. Time is definitely running out for Vijay Mallya. It's a setback today as well from the UK court.